tough girl in the school. And a little bulldog, right? Mm-hmm. She comes up to me and she goes, "You like beef?" And I'm like, what is that all about? Every time I saw her, she would say that at the end of the semester. So I finally asked someone,
do you got
like beef? Beef means fight.
Yeah, beef with you.
So, okay, yeah, I guess I like hamburgers.
Oh, and you're saying yes.
I'm saying yes because I'm thinking I like hamburgers and steak.
Oh my God.
Me and the T.O. Hi.
Welcome back. We're here. Are you here? Did you bring a friend? Do you have any more friends? Do you have any friends?
No.
Have any of your friends joined in? Hey, you know
I
what?
don't know.
I noticed a lot of the people that have subscribed are a lot of my friends.
I know they're yours.
I got a lot of friends.
But then
They're
our
awesome. Shout out to my
analytics-
cousin Lisa. This is a sweater she gave me. Thank you.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's cute.
YouTube shout out.
She's famous now. She's probably so happy.
Why don't you plug her Instagram?
Let me put her link below. Want her to knit you up a sweater?
Wow.
No, it's the Gap from Costco.
When you start shopping at Costco,
I don't shop at Costco.
when you've reached that,
Clothes at Costco. I have a
when you're
problem with
wearing
that
Kirkland brand,
underwear.
you've reached a new level of adulthood, I think.
Yeah, but when you get a hole in the pants, you can take them back because Costco takes everything back.
I know, that's what I'm saying. When you've reached that level,
Oh my God. Okay.
you are adulting.
I don't buy clothes at Costco. I buy them at the thrift store.
On Wednesdays when it's half off.
Never pay full price, even at the thrift store.
So Kirkland is out of her price range.
Kirkland is way out of my price range. If there's 2 digits, it's not being bought.
That's true. That's your motto.
Yes.
Cinda's motto.
Okay, here we are. What do we got
What the
from
hell?
Dollar Tree today? Sparkling ice caffeine. 0 sugar blue raspberry.
Vitamins and antioxidants. Let's see. Boosted with 70 milligrams of caffeine. That's not that much, right?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Where's Georgia?
Oh, that's what we need to talk about. That's a week. Perfect segue, mother. Perfect. 0 carbs, 0 sugar. 5 calories. I don't know. I don't know how much. What's the average amount of caffeine in an energy drink?
Well, a Red Bull has 100, so anywhere between 100 and 200.
What the hell?
Red Bull has 100? That's it?
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
crazy, though.
Really? What are you comparing it to? See?
10?
How many cups of coffee do you drink a day?
Sometimes 2, maybe just 1.
That's 100. 2 is 100 usually. Depending on how big your coffee is. That's
Espresso?
Just a regular.
She
look.
just, I smell it. Smell that.
Oh, that's going to be like the watermelon.
Yeah, that's going to make us sick. It's gray.
So let's drink it. Hurry up. What a weird
Why is it gray?
color.
I don't like that
Oh, you
color.
don't need to pour too much in my glass.
This is the weirdest color I've ever seen in my life. Have you ever seen a drink that color?
Turn my wrist that way. No.
What the hell is this?
At least there's no
Put the cups
chunks.
down. They look like I got fingerprints all over it.
Oh, it's gross.
It's gross.
Well, I still have the chipped one. Now she's waiting until I cut my lip open. Okay, here we go. Cheers.
Oh no. How'd you drink that easily?
Because my tastes are not like yours. But all I taste is a lot of sugar.
It's 0
And
sugar.
I don't do... and I don't do sparkly.
Oh,
I mean, a lot of sweetness. Okay.
Yes.
What is it, like aspartame?
what she got on her? Oh, that's
Well, it's-
terrible.
if anything's on there, it's from your son.
There's a long hair.
Oh, okay, that's from me. It's probably. I know I have
Why
long
she
hair
blaming-
now.
She just going after him.
Banks' fault.
As in life, chill for best
results. That's funny.
He'll cut that out.
That
It
should
doesn't
be
matter.
our new
That's
motto.
our new motto.
That's how we should end our videos.
Okay.
As in life, chill.
No, I didn't like it.
For best
Toodles.
results.
So we were talking.
Okay. So today's drink, terrible.
Terrible.
Today's story, 10 out of 10.
The story's
was it
10
gonna
out of
be?
10? Are we gonna do? Did you want to do the Georgia? What
That's
was the
gonna be
other
part
thing
of
we
it.
added on to that though?
Yeah, because it started with some. Oh, where were you going? Oh, your mom. You're going to go visit grandma.
See, I don't want to look stupid.
Who cares? We are. We didn't know.
Okay. So
Is this a geography class?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. I sailed through school not learning pretty much anything.
About anything?
Yeah. I don't know how I made it through classes. I showed up. I guess that's all you needed to do. So geography is not my forte.
Well, you worked for the schools. You said you don't need much to graduate. I thought teachers want you to.
Yeah, they just, if you show up, you're good. But
Yeah.
I mean, I went to school in Hawaii and we were always stoned. So it's like,
I think that is still happening and not in Hawaii.
so I don't even remember going to a geography class.
I don't think we had geography classes.
Yeah, you did.
History.
History class.
They have geography. It's ninth grade. It's a ninth grade class, world geography.
Oh, that's true. No,
Yeah. Yeah. And then they do U.S. history, and then they do.
You're right.
So-
I don't think I took that though. I took like history A and history B.
Anyway, so
Hey,
I am really bad as to where states are.
Same. Same.
So, and
We
I have
learned
to
this
admit
about
this
each
because
other.
everybody's gonna know what a
Dum-dum we are?
dimwit I am. Yeah.
No, the worst part is we did this in a
Well,
restaurant.
let's preface this with, even though you feel like you coasted through school, you pretty much ran everything that you've done as an adult.
Yes,
So,
you've been a boss.
Don't feel stupid.
Yeah, I've been a boss ever since then. I know.
You've been an IT boss.
So not knowing geography doesn't mean that it's going to translate to real life.
Yeah. So I don't know geography, and
I think a lot of people don't know geography
so we were in a restaurant
because I was
she
having
was
to
gonna
go
on a trip.
Yeah, to Atlanta.
Georgia.
To
Atlanta,
Georgia.
Georgia.
So we were like gonna look at flights, and we're like, it can't be that far. It's probably like 2 hours from California. I was in LA at the time, and we're like, it's probably an easy trip.
Yeah, not that far.
No, we were eating lunch together, and we looked up like flights from LA to Georgia. It said 5.5 hours, and we both went,
Isn't Georgia
where
like?
the fuck is Georgia? We both were like, hold on, why is this a 6-hour flight? We sat there at lunch like so perplexed about this 6-hour flight. We're like, we both thought Georgia is by Texas.
On my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I had no
thought-
clue. I couldn't have even told you where it
No,
was.
we both said we thought it was near the middle.
Yeah.
But even Texas is like a 3-hour flight.
Right.
But that's what we were thinking.
And that, yeah, so we were off.
We were
way
not
off.
thinking across
But we
the
kept going back
damn
and forth, and I
country.
think the waiter came up.
Yes, because we
we were like,
we got the menu out, and we were like, no, it's like here, right? We were like trying to look at the visual, and then
man.
we finally look up a map on the phone because we're like so confused,
And, we were
and
like,
it was
oh.
it was nowhere that we thought.
Oh.
We're like, I'm going across the country down near Florida.
Yeah.
The waiter told us it's near Florida.
He passed geography.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah, he was
"No."
still in school. I think.
He was fresh on his mind.
Anyway,
We
yeah, we
were
were
dying.
so. Yeah, we were so.
We were
like,
so off. We were shocked. We were bamboozled when we saw these flight times. We were like, hold on, where am I going? Why is
No
it
idea.
6 hours?
I know, right?
So then she's supposed to go to North Carolina, and her boyfriend said, you can go visit your mom who's in
Georgia.
Georgia. So then we're like,
He's like, you could get a rental car and go drive and visit her. And I'm like, oh, okay. And now she's like, wait a minute.
And I was like, this
That's
sounds like
gonna
a
be
Georgia.
She goes, aren't you going through a whole other state?
I was like, if there's a North Carolina, isn't there a South Carolina?
Yeah, it's pretty short.
No. It's not short.
I mean, it's short enough to drive.
No, it was not when we looked it up. No. What? See, he's also agreeing.
Well, I
We
mean,
don't
Michael
think-
knows this crap, so if he...
But
we
you
just
didn't
looked on the
know-
map and went...
Yeah, it's not
I was
short.
like- she's like,
It says 2,000 miles.
but is it going from where in North Carolina to where
That's
in
why
Georgia?
you didn't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I just...
See, Georgia's over here. You have to go all the way through South Carolina, and North Carolina's over here.
Right.
That
pretty
doesn't
far.
look like
that
an
does not
easy
look
drive.
like a short drive.
But I said we could be doing the Georgia thing again, and that's why this came up, because we were both sitting here doing the same exact thing as
I'm like,
we
you
did.
said I could just get a rental car and go see my mom.
And then I was the one like, well, isn't it a whole state in between? But then we don't. I was like, we could be doing the Georgia thing here, because to me it looks far. But I also didn't know Atlanta's right here by Florida. Is that Ohio?
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh! Hold on. Maybe North Carolina people do this drive. Is it a thing?
Because
do you guys go to Florida for vacation? We don't know about
Look at
it.
North Carolina. If you're way over here,
Atlanta.
then you just drop right down
We
into
don't know.
Georgia. Because I don't know where he's going, but he's going to big swim thing.
I mean, regardless, I mean, it's going to be between 5 and 7 hours. That's
We don't do that. We do 4. 4. Then you're flying my ass there.
This is why they invented airplanes.
Airplane. 30. That's probably a 30-minute
There
flight,
is no,
baby.
no.
Yeah, it's probably about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That.
could do that. I'm not gonna drive.
But you don't know
I'm not
where
going.
she is.
Yeah, but Dallahagaligi.
What?
What was that movie we were watching? And it was his and her, wasn't it?
Yes.
And
What about?
it was in the city that Mike
Oh,
lives
you said.
in. Yeah, that's the city he
Well,
lives
then
in.
we can figure this out right now.
No, because I don't know in North Carolina where he's going.
Oh, true.
But
Okay,
it's
the
like
new Netflix Delaney, wasn't it? Delaney, Delancey.
DAHLAN something like that. DAHLA something.
That one.
Yeah, that's it.
In
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Did you watch
talking-
him and her? His and her?
No.
Him and her?
no.
Too much time on this. But anyway, I should tell you when I went to school in Hawaii.
okay.
I'll tell you did you ever know how we ended up in Hawaii?
I thought Grandpa wanted to do something there.
Yeah.
Another business.
So we...
Another business adventure?
No.
He just wanted to go?
Yeah.
Why?
So we went to Hawaii in summer of 1975.
Okay.
And it was like a
vacation?
Our first vacation. It wasn't Mexico and it wasn't
Wait, that's a good.
and it wasn't the prison.
Yeah.
We were going to
On a
Hawaii.
vacation.
We're gonna go
To
visit Uncle.
Hawaii, Uncle Cecian.
But
Yeah.
did he get a discount? There's no way he paid for
I
this.
don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, so we all went to Hawaii.
Okay.
And my dad and mom both agreed that they liked Maui. And we came back, and within 6 months, we were living in Maui.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. They actually went my brothers and my dad went before my mom and I. My mom and I had to stay back because I had braces, and I was getting my braces off like within 3 weeks after they left or something. So we stayed back so I could get my braces off. And then we rented the house out. Mom got someone to rent the house out. Dad had sold his business, and then we moved to Hawaii. So my dad
Really?
ended up, everybody thought we were Hawaiian because we had the dark skin and everything. But my mom,
White as can be.
Howley,
Yeah.
right? And they really, back in 75, they weren't as open to, well, they're still kind of that way, to the white people.
Mainlanders.
Howleys.
They haven't, yeah. They like
So-
to keep it.
My dad ends up getting a job as a Maui Island tour bus driver.
What?
Yeah. So he would drive
Just an expert at Maui.
big.
Of course,
He's
of course
I
Rudy's
know.
an expert now.
He would drive a big
Fakes it till he
Mercedes
makes
bus.
it. Really?
Big Mercedes bus and take all these people on tours.
And he pretends he's a local?
He pretends he's a local
He-
and never been to California, never been to the mainland.
Oh my God.
He would come home and go, everybody wants to tell me what Disneyland's like.
Really?
Everybody. And he'd just sit there and let him talk because, I mean, he made us, we go to Disneyland every year too as a kid. So he knew Disneyland like the back of his hand, right? And he'd be acting like he knew nothing about Disneyland.
was a business adventure.
And then these women would be throwing themselves at him because, you know, a little Hawaiian and we're on vacation.
Yes.
So then that's when my mom accused him of having an affair. And so then within the year.
But did he though?
It's not for me to say. I don't know. I didn't get into that with my parents. But my mom,
but you did.
Sex?
No, you found estranged siblings.
Oh yeah, my dad's.
Yes.
Yeah, so he could have. I didn't find one in Hawaii. So anyway, they came back a year later.
Yes.
They made me come back. They let my brother stay. And then I came back and it was like a War of the Roses. It was the worst ever.
Between who?
My mom and dad.
Oh, you were in
Because
the
they came
middle?
back and they were going to get a divorce. So now.
Oh, because of the affair?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Grandma met. What?
Really no say. So anyway, I'm here and they're just going on and on and on. And I said, I can't stand it. I don't want to be here. I just want to go back to Hawaii. So they had a discussion and said, okay. And they let me go back to Hawaii. So what am I?
How old are you?
16.
They just send you back?
Yeah.
With your brothers?
Yeah. So my brothers are what? 19? 20
They
maybe?
just put you on. So you have to go to school?
Yeah. So I go, okay, yeah, I'm out of here. So because they had stayed in the house that we had rented as a family. So my brothers stayed there. My parents were helping with the rent so that they could stay there. So then they let me go back and stay with them. So my guardians are my brothers who I never see.
Yeah.
Because they're out. I don't know where
Living in
they are.
Hawaii.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much on my own. Do I have a bedroom? No. Do I have any? I have nothing. I sleep on the couch. I sleep wherever I can find
really?
a spot to see. Because they had friends that were staying. It was just a big crash house. So I would have to
Get yourself up?
get myself up, go catch the school bus, get myself to the school, because the school was up a hill, so you couldn't walk to school. You had to take a school bus. So you get up the hill, get to school, then from there catch the bus to downtown where I had a job, and then I would work at this little tourist shop right in Lahaina, which is now completely burnt and gone. And I would work there until closing, which was like 10 o'clock.
Oh.
And then I would walk home and I would stop by the bar where I had a friend that was in the band. I think drinking age was 18 back then in Hawaii at that time. I think
Probably.
it was. So I was passing. So I'd go have a drink, talk to my friends, and then I would go home and do it again. And that was
wow.
I put myself through school.
Yeah.
So, and then I got a job at, once I stopped at that place, I got a job at Don Ho's ice cream parlor.
Oh.
That was a cool job because get ice cream. When we clean the machines out, the yogurt machines, I'd bring all that home. So my brothers liked that because it was like food. Because we didn't have food in the house. It's probably the thinnest I ever got.
What did your brothers do for work?
What did they do? I don't know.
Yeah, like what were they
I
doing?
think they were in the hotels or something. Waiters or something. I don't know, but Jesse used to love to make friends with all the homeless, crazy guys.
What?
He always had crazy homeless people
In the house?
just visiting and hanging out, and it was crazy. It was crazy time. And yeah. And then they had the one friend, he was dealing drugs, and the cops came and beat him so bad and just took all of his drugs.
The cops did?
Yeah.
Oh. Love
And
that.
back then in Hawaii, when I lived there then, cops did not have police cars. They drove their own personal cars. And that was their police car.
What?
Yeah. So they would just kind of fix up their car, and that was their police cars. It was so interesting.
All a tax write-off, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did
But
you?
it was so weird. So I pretty much put myself through school. What did I do? Also, I used to sell hash oil up at school. trying to make money just to survive. So when I worked it's so stupid. The store I worked at was called Raggedy Ann's. Does that sound like a Hawaiian tourist?
No. Raggedy Ann's?
Raggedy Ann's. And it was one of those stores that were just stuffed with everything you can imagine.
Well, that's
Shirts
why,
and
right?
toque and this. And it was just, oh my, so much junk in there. And I would just go there. It's like whatever.
Hawaiian stuff? It was like touristy stuff?
Tourist stuff.
Oh, okay.
All the tourist stuff.
Yeah.
So then they hired this guy, and he used to do airbrush painting. So he did airbrushing right inside the door in the window. So people walking by, you can get airbrush t-shirt done.
Oh, yeah.
So he was my dealer. So he would give me the stuff, and I would take it up to school, and I would sell hash. I had hash oil, and I had hash, and I would sell that.
Did he take a cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was so. And then my boss there, I forget what her name was, and I would always come in. I'm like, God, I'm so tired. You know, it's just getting up, going to school, and then I gotta. And you, back in Hawaii, you don't. If you have enough credits like JD and he only goes 3 classes, no, Hawaii, you're going 7 classes regardless.
Really?
You have to go to school all day long. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Oh.
And what was really weird about there too is you went to 5 classes a day. So you would go to first period, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now tomorrow you go 6, 7,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
And then the next day you go 4, 5,
6, 7.
So, tell that to a bunch of stoners.
Yeah, were they showing up to random places?
You get to school and you're like, what period do I go to?
That's terrible. Imagine? No, every day you're stressed
so
out.
Jacked up. It was like, oh my God, it was so jacked up.
Just people showing up random, like, I don't know.
I don't know where to go. Where am I
today.
going?
Yeah.
Somebody tell me where I'm going today.
4 today.
I don't have any idea. But they had it dialed in. They had boarders that lived there. Mm-hmm. So they have like little apartments, and it was all boys. So all the boys could live there, and they used to work the grounds because it was a beautiful school. It was all on just the hillside.
Oh, wow.
And when you looked out, you just saw the islands
ocean?
and the ocean. It was so gorgeous. And so these guys would live there and work. And then what they would do too is you would do a rotation in the kitchen. Everybody did. So when you're in homeroom and they do the announcements, if your name got called, you had to go to the lunch kitchen and you had to do your duty. You had to do lunch duty, serving the food or whatever they made you do.
Sounds like they're cutting a lot of costs here.
They did. But lunch was a quarter at that time, okay? A quarter. Mm-hmm. And you get rice, teriyaki, and...
No, I'm saying on employees. Because they're using the students.
I know. They're using students.
Yeah.
But it's discipline. Mm-hmm. Discipline for the kids, right? So we all had to do it. Everybody had to take their turn, whatnot. And then the boarders, they had to do all the landscaping and stuff for the
that's
room
hard.
and board. So, but it was really cool. So I get to this new school. I'm new. You're not allowed to wear flip-flops.
In Hawaii?
In Hawaii, you cannot wear flip-flops.
Is this a joke? Okay.
No, for real.
Okay. Closed-toed shoes in Hawaii
No
school.
flip-flops. No, had to have a strap on the back.
Okay.
You were sandals, but whatever. And I learned why, too, because one day it was kind of raining, and I was cutting across this one area, and it was muddy, and I had flip-flops on because it was
You were
breaking the
being
rules.
bad?
And I started slipping and sliding. I'm like, oh, crap.
That makes sense.
They send you to the office if you got flip-flops. Go to the office.
Do you get different shoes? They give you booties?
No. I don't know.
You don't remember?
No. I got sent to the office one time for smoking. I was
cigarette?
in the girls' bathroom. Smoking in. Okay, so we're all in there, and I'm trying to be peer pressure. Okay, I don't smoke, but okay. So I'm like lighting a cigarette, and I turn around like this. We're in the stall, and I turn around. The teacher's standing right there. I'm like,
Hi.
and she goes, go to the office. Go to the office right now. I'm like, okay. So I throw it in the toilet. I go to the office, like, what are you doing here? I don't feel good. I need to go home. Okay.
Oh, no one even?
I just went
Wait, you got out of school? Did anyone ever talk to you? So she trusted you to go tell him
I was
yourself?
going to tell on myself. I was like, I'm telling myself.
You're like, no. You're like, where's the teacher?
She didn't follow me?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't feel good. I'm going home. So I just went home.
That's funny.
So I get my one class, and it's a study hall class. So I go to show up
Yeah.
at the study hall class. It's a male teacher and all boys in the class.
Except for you. Okay.
So I'm the only girl. So I'm like, oh,
That's
this
where they
is
had it.
very awkward.
Yeah.
And, you know, and they weren't all forthcoming to be all friendly with you. There's like, oh, new kid. Anyway. But I just remember one thing. Like, you know how when it's a birthday, oh, I'll bake a cake and I'll bring it. So someone's birthday and I go, I'll bake a cake and bring it because I like to bake a cake.
Yeah.
And I think my mom was still, I think this was right before they had left and I came back by myself when this happened. So my mom was like, oh, okay. So I baked a cake and I took it and they would not eat it.
What?
Because I made it. They snubbed the whole cake.
Who, the whole class?
Yeah. The whole class. Not one person would eat a piece of the cake.
Really?
Isn't that mean? That's
Yes.
so mean. Anyway, so I took it out to my friends at lunch and everybody wolfed it down and loved it.
That's so weird.
It was so, I got, boy, these boys are so mean.
That is.
That was really mean.
Were they doing that on purpose?
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, they were just rude?
Yeah, because it was homemade and I made it. They don't, you know, it's like whatever. But
Homemade is the best.
I know, exactly. And you know me.
And now, yes,
I've been baking ever since I was a kid. Yeah.
Madison makes really good cakes now.
But it was, I see it still sticks.
Yeah, so
How that
something.
trauma can stick with you.
Yeah. So
That
that's
stuck with
you
me.
talk it out.
Yeah.
Because that's mean.
It was
So
me.
yeah, you were sitting there like,
And then the other thing that happened, there was the tough girl in the school, and her name was, I shouldn't say.
No.
But anyway, she had like tattoos, and she was just really, she looked like a little bulldog, right? Mm-hmm. And she comes up to me and she goes, "You like beef?" And I'm like, well, I guess. Are we hamburger or how's it cooked?
you like beef?
You like beef? She
Okay.
said, "You like beef?" And I was like, "Well, I guess, yeah."
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, she walk off, and I'm like, "God, what is that all about?" So funny. And she kept saying that to me every time.
Oh wait,
I saw
multiple
her.
times?
Yes. Every time I saw her, she would say that at the end of the semester, and I was like, "What does she mean?" So I
Is
finally
she
asked
saying
someone,
Like, she
do
wants to
you
fight
got
Beef?
"Like beef? Beef means
Like, you got-
fight.
Yeah, beef with you.
So she's
You want to
saying,
But
fight?
she's not saying it like, so you like beef?
Yeah.
and you're
You
like,
like beef?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I guess I like."
oh, and you're
hamburgers."
saying yes.
I'm saying yes because I'm thinking I like hamburgers and
like-
steak.
Oh my gosh, she's saying like this happened.
So anyway, I am
She's
like,
saying yeah.
I know. I'm like, okay, yeah. And she's like, at the end of it. And I'm like, what does she want to beat me up for? Okay, whatever. So, and you know, I've never fought. I'm not a fighter. So one day we were sitting in study hall, and she ended up having to come in, and she's sitting there, and everybody starts arm wrestling, and I'm like,
Are you serious? What
serious.
the hell is happening at the
the school
school?
is bizarre. So
The
I'm
kids
sitting there,
start-
and she's sitting there, and I know I'm pretty strong. I know I'm strong. I have brothers.
you have brothers.
And we used to arm wrestle all the time. So I
Did
told
you
her,
say you want to arm
let's
wrestle?
arm wrestle. So she sits down, and we go like this, right? And I just go, boom. She had no strength whatsoever. And I go, you want to try again? And we try again. Boom.
What?
Never again did I hear, you like beef?
You want beef?
I know you like beef.
You like beef?
She's like, hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got the beef.
Yeah. So from then on,
She didn't?
she was my friend. 'Cause
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I think that told her, I'm kicking your ass if I need to.
You're like,
but-
let's go.
Yeah. So that was
You
fun.
like beef?
Like beef?
I see people
They don't
say
even
like
say you like. They just say like beef. They cut out a lot of the UN, but when
With
they
their-
speak
the
their
way they-
What
pigeon,
is it?
yeah.
The pigeon?
Pigeon
talk. Yeah.
like
So,
beef? Yeah.
Like beef. I'm like, well, it depends on how it's cooked.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess. I don't know.
Like medium
Are we
rare.
Like-
talking ribeye?
I like meat.
Is it like is it a good barbecue or is it like a
But it was so weird because I was like, what is she talking? I had no idea. I had to ask somebody, and they're like, means you want to fight? And I was like, oh.
You're like, I said yes.
I said yes.
She said, okay. End of semester. You're like,
Oh, I'm like, okay. I just kept agreeing. All right. I don't know what I'm agreeing to. I'm like, I'll figure this out.
then you aren't.
But
That's a
once
great
I
story.
arm wrestled her, she never
She
once.
said-
I couldn't believe she had no strength whatsoever. I'm like, you're the toughie? I mean, her arm, it was like,
But isn't that most?
Yeah.
Isn't that most bullies though? They're just.
That's true. They're projecting.
Yes.
yeah. So
They
anyway,
just
so
want you
she
to be
never did
afraid.
it again, but it was
Okay.
like, yeah, it was hilarious.
That's so funny.
I know. I was like,
Imagine someone coming up to you.
like beef. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm gonna
who
start
are
doing it to
you?
the boys now. Like beef?
You like
You
beef?
like beef?
They're like, Yes.
I prefer chicken.
Yeah. No, not really.
But yeah, that was my life there. But they were mean to like the Howleys. They would beat the Howleys. I felt bad. There was this one girl, and they actually used to live on a boat offshore. So every morning she had to row in to catch the bus to come to school.
Wow.
Yeah. So she would row herself in.
They
catch
would
the bus,
beat them up?
and they would beat her up because she was a Howley. I felt so bad. I saw her when I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so bad. I saw her after. And I was like, man, these guys are ruthless here.
What do they want her to do? Go home?
Yeah.
But what if she's a kid?
Roll your ass back home.
I know.
But like, it's not her choice.
I know. So it's really weird too. So we had this one class, Hawaiiana. We had to take Hawaiiana class. And because we had to learn Hawaiian and everything, right?
Like dancing and stuff? The culture?
So we had to do one thing. We had to do like a partner study or come in and share something of the cultures. Who was my partner? The girl that wanted to beat me up.
Beef?
So she decides this is what we're going to do.
Yeah. Her name is Beef.
So she brings a bong and some pipes and some paper and shows her different paraphernalia.
What?
That's her showing.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like going, the teacher's going to kick us out of here. And the teacher was like, oh, that's very interesting.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was laughing so hard because
Only
one of
in
her
Hawaii.
pipes was a penis pipe. I'm like,
You can't make this up.
I can't.
That's what she brought into the class? She's smoking out of a dick?
Oh my God, it was so funny. And I was just like, we're gonna get kicked out.
Yeah,
of
you're for
school,
sure
man.
like, Beef?
We didn't bring any weed, we just had the paraphernalia.
It doesn't matter.
But what's really
You should have been like, we got beef now with the school. The school's kicking us out.
where am I learning geography? Okay, I'm just trying to stay
You're
alive.
right,
I'm
you're
just trying to stay
That full
alive.
circle
That was
is
it.
All right.
There was it.
Full circle.
That's true.
But
Okay.
to cap off the story, it's really weird, is that teacher I had in that class ends up moving to, I end up going back to California to visit my dad. And
Yeah.
he still lived in Canoga Park right there. She ends up moving into a house 3 doors down the street from him
What?
in Canoga Park. Can you believe that?
No. Teaching? Or what are we doing?
Just came and retired. And
What?
is that so crazy?
The world is
I
strange.
know. I was like,
Did you talk about the bongs? Did you like, I was the student that taught you how to
oh my
smoke weed?
gosh, I know. I
I
can't
can
even
just
remember her
imagine you
name. I can't
standing
remember
with her presenting, and you're
we're
like,
just like, and the kids they all know, because everybody gets high, so it wasn't
but that's
any
so
secret.
funny that she's like, we're bringing this.
I'm like, I don't have any
Yeah,
of it.
you're like,
You
I'll
bring it.
stand here with you,
Oh
Beef.
my god.
I had a story just like that. A buddy of mine from California ended up being walking distance from me in Seattle for like 2 years before I even found out.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
You told us that story.
I know.
I think
that's funny.
so crazy. Well, I have that story with the
yeah.
girl that worked with me up where I work. One of the massage therapists went to high school with me at Paloma,
Oh god.
but we didn't know for a year.
Are you saying wrap it up? Are we too long?
Oh yeah, you guys are way long.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay, you edit it out.
No, we're not.
Okay, anyway, that's my
That
school.
was
That's
good.
part of my schooling.
I want more
That was my
Hawaii.
senior. That was my senior year. There's a lot of
What?
Hawaii. There's a lot of
Yes.
Hawaii
I was
stories.
like, Hawaii's cool.
Yeah, I had a lot of stories in Hawaii. So anyway, thanks for joining us.
Did you own the house there or rent?
Rand.
Oh, really? Write down. Dang, that's cool.
Oh God, but I had a friend that had. Oh, you should have seen the house she lived in. They lived on
Beautiful.
a golf course. It was gorgeous.
I'm sure you could find some rich friends there.
And then we'd sit on her balcony and you could see out in the water, and we watched a whale give birth.
What?
Right on the shore, right there. Oh my God, it was
You
amazing.
saw that with your own eyes?
Yes. These eyes.
How do you just
You gotta be
slip
careful with that hat.
I know.
it
I keep
comes right
knocking her out.
I have it that day.
her fashion choices?
You like my hat, right, everybody?
How did you?
Okay.
How? That's like
Yeah.
unheard of.
You could see it. It was.
You were
it
a marine
comes in.
biologist too?
I should have been like Kramer.
Yes, you should have just gone out
I got the golf ball. I got the golf ball.
out of the blowhole.
Who has time to figure out where Georgia is when you're watching whales get big?
Yes.
It came up to shore.
Like
And it was like in kind of shallow water, and then
So
it
you
just
could
kept.
see?
You could see its tail just. And then
Wow,
Yeah,
that
was
would have been
crazy.
crazy.
it was crazy. It was cool. Very
That is
cool.
cool.
Lots
Did
of
you
stories.
snorkel or surf or anything?
No, I didn't.
You didn't get into water sports?
No, which is weird. Huh? I really wanted to be in the canoe club.
Hawaii stoner stories.
There was a lot. That could go on a long time. Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Toodles. Peace out. Isn't
Like,
she pretty?
subscribe.
She's not hoarse today. She looks pretty.
I got it from my mom. Good thing you stopped doing drugs.
I just bought a pipe before I left California. Bye.
Bye.
Me and the tea. Goodbye.